There are some things you should never whisper into, like the void between your teeth after a root canal, for example, or the gaping maw of a hungry hippo. And then there's the whisper hole, which is basically any small opening that has a mysterious voice on the other side waiting to speak with you. Usually, this takes the form of a round hole in an old house, like the one in my Nana's house. The story goes that if you whisper your most deepest secret into the whisper hole, it will answer back with one of its own. Now, my Nana's house is pretty old and she's pretty forgetful, so I never really knew where I was gonna find it. Sometimes it was in the kitchen, sometimes it was in the pantry, but my favorite spot was always in her bedroom, where the wallpaper had a little hole in it, and the voice would always be just outside my range of hearing. If I could just get closer, I could figure out where it came from and put an end to it once and for all. But of course, by the time I got there, the hole would have moved again. And so, it was with a heavy heart that I left Nana's house and went off to college. But the whisper hole followed me there too. It manifested in my dorm room walls, right in the middle of my least favorite band's discography. I didn't want to hear their music, so I put on headphones and leaned in to tell the whisper hole my deepest fear. I'm afraid to die. Then the voice inside the wall said, "You won't. I'll take your place." Now, I didn't think much of it at the time because my least favorite band's discography is pretty dark, so I just turned the music back up and went to sleep. But then, every night, I'd wake up in a different room and I'd find my way back to my bed. But it wouldn't be there. It had manifested somewhere else in the building. I've never been good at sleeping, so I was already half out of my mind with exhaustion when I finally found my way back to my original room and collapsed into the now unfamiliar bed. My roommate, who I had begged to watch my stuff while I was gone, was sitting on my bed watching me with a strange look on her face. When I asked her what was wrong, she pointed to my skin. It was cold. My grandma was the first to notice it. She saw me staring at the wall one night, unmoving, and she touched my shoulder, but then she screamed because my skin was freezing cold. I never spoke again, but the hole did. Would you whisper into the unknown? Comment. Whisper or silence below.